Precisamente hemos tenido un caso de niños que han vivido la experiencia de encontrarse con dos ovnis y dos seres que habían sobrevolado el patio de recreo. Fue en una pequeña escuela secundaria de las afueras de Harare, en Zimbabue. 60 niños vieron posarse esos dos ovnis de los que salieron dos seres. Todavía recuerdo la forma en que una niña me describió la escena. Dijo que aquellos seres andaban a saltos sobre la hierba y se dirigían hacia ellos. Recuerdo la voz de John, que le preguntaba a una niña. Era una escuela un poco poscolonial, muy disciplinada, con niños de diferentes orígenes, uniformados. John le preguntó, ¿cómo llamarías a esos seres que has visto? Y ella respondió, yo los llamaría alienígenas, yo los llamaría extraterrestres.
Yeah, Steve, you want to...
No, I just wondered because he was the one that spoke to me.
All right, these are the grade 7s, the oldest children here at the school who say they saw something.
Did you all see something?
Yes.
Can you just tell me very briefly, if we go along, just say what your name is and what you saw?
Nathaniel Coxwell.
What did you see?
There was some like ship landed on the ground.
Why do you say ship? Did it have a shape?
Yes.
Like what?
It had a long top and it was flat like that around the sides.
What was around the side?
Just sort of like a platform coming around the side.
Did you see anything else?
Yes, we saw a black man running around.
A little man or what?
From where we looked, he was about this small, but we were quite way away. So it was about our size.
Could you see his face?
No.
What is your name?
My name's Luke Nell, and...
Your name?
My name is Emily Walton. I saw the little black men. They had longish hair, and it was all black, and they had big black eyes. That's all I saw. I saw a glimpse. They kind of turned around and stared and then went back into a kind of like ship. There was like sort of one big one with quite a few little ones all scattered around.
When you say they had big eyes, show me with your hands the size compared to
They were oval, kind of like that.
Oval?
Yes.
I see. And could you see anything else on the face?
No, I couldn't. All as I could see was his hair and when he turned around and then he...
Were you afraid?
Yes, I was.
What did you think it was?
Well, everybody was saying that they were UFOs and everything, so...
Other people said they were UFOs?
Yeah, people were coming around telling... we were in the classroom and I ran out and I saw it. I did think they were UFOs. I did see them.
Were you perhaps influenced by what the other children had said?
Sort of, but I did definitely see...
What you saw?
What I saw, yes.
Did you also see?
Yes.
What is your name?
Charity Chanda.
What did you see?
I saw something silver on the ground amongst the trees and a person in black. And that's all I saw.
You saw a person alongside the silver thing?
Yes.
What did the silver thing look like?
It looked like a saucer, but the shape wasn't really round.
Have you heard about UFOs before this?
No.
You didn't know anything about it, so it was something quite new to you?
Yes.
Were you afraid?
Yes.
What did you do? Did you run to fetch the teachers, or you just stayed with the other children?
I stayed with the other children.
En septiembre de 1994, más de 60 niños de esta escuela de los suburbios de Harare, en Zimbabue, fueron testigos del aterrizaje de dos objetos y vieron salir a dos seres. 2 meses después, John y Dominique llegaron al lugar para trabajar con los niños, sus padres y los profesores, todavía sorprendidos. John, especialista en psiquiatría infantil, habló largo tiempo con los niños.
Something scared you, is that right?
Yes.
What scared you?
The noise.
What noise?
The noise that we heard in the air.
You heard a noise in the air?
Yes.
What was it like? Like a roar or a buzz or a hum or what kind of a noise?
It was like someone was blowing a flute. It was scary myself.
It was scary because you saw something yourself?
Yes. I saw a little object hovering. It was quite big actually, and then there was little ones all around it. We saw something silver, and then we quickly ran to the logs, and we saw a silver thing, and we saw a man standing next to it.
What did it feel like when he was looking at you?
Felt scared.
It felt scary? What was scary about it?
Well, felt scared because I've never seen such a person like that before.
Did you see the eyes? What did they look like?
They were going like that.
Where was the pointy part? Was the pointy part in here or was the pointy part out there? Up there. And what was the feeling when you looked at the eyes?
It was scary.
Mm-hmm. And what scary? Why? What made it scary?
The eyes looked evil.
Evil. And what was evil about them? Say what you mean by evil.
It looked evil because it was just staring at me.
With what? Staring at you as if what? As if to do what?
As if it wanted to come and take us.
As if it wanted to come and take you. That was the feeling you got? That it wanted you to go with it? Did you feel like you wanted to go with it? No. Did you feel, what was the effect on you when you felt it wanted to have you go with it?
I just walked away and I started crying.
Llegaron corriendo y realmente asustados. Aunque hubiéramos querido, nunca les habríamos hecho correr así a todos juntos. Lo hemos intentado muchas veces. Se refugiaron aquí como si hubieran visto una serpiente. Teníamos una reunión de profesores y les oímos gritar y estaban aquí. Los niños no pueden inventarse todo eso. Al principio yo también era escéptica. Pensaba que habían visto algo, pero no podía aceptar el hecho de que fuera algo sobrenatural. Pero la coherencia en lo que contaban indica que ha habido algo más que lo que pensé al principio.
So both of them were running. One was running in the trees, and the other one was running across the ship, because there were also trees here.
The eyes were like more pointed as they came in toward the center of the head, is that?
No, more circular. And this was all black.
All black. Now you've made pupils. Did they actually have pupils or was
the
it
pupils
solid
were
black?
white.
What?
The pupils were white like that.
And you saw white in the center?
Yes, like that.
Was he near the silver object or was he far from
No,
it?
on top.
On top of the silver object, okay. And did you look at him?
Yes.
Did he look at you?
Yes, then he gave me the creeps, then I stopped looking
Gave you
at
the
him.
creeps. Actually, in your drawing, you showed him standing up, didn't you?
Yes, I had to draw him standing up because I couldn't draw him sitting. What I thought was maybe the world's going to end. Maybe they're telling us the world's going to end.
Why do you think they might want us to be scared?
Because maybe because we don't look after the planet, the area properly.
And this is this an idea that you have had before, that we don't look after the planet properly in the air, or did this idea come to you when you had this experience?
When I had this experience.
And how did that idea come to you from this experience? This is a little hard, but try to be with me here, okay? How did this idea come to you when you had this experience?
I just felt all horrible inside.
You felt horrible. At what point did you feel that? When you saw the craft, or when you got home at night? Or
When I got home.
you had that horrible feeling when you got home.
Yes.
And say more about that horrible feeling, Lisa. What was it like?
It was like the world, all the trees will just go down and there will be no air and people will be dying.
Mm-hmm. And those thoughts came to you, had you had those thoughts before this experience?
No.
No. And how did those thoughts come to you? Did they come to you from the craft or from...
From the man.
The man. And the man, did the man say those things to you? How did he get that across to you?
Well, he never said anything. It's just that the face is the eyes.
What was the sense you got from those eyes?
He was interested.
Hablan de sus experiencias, de esos sucesos como una persona habla de cualquier cosa que le ha sucedido. Cuando hablas con un psicótico que te cuenta algo, se aprecia que es una psicosis. Sientes que es algo que no ha sucedido nunca. Lo noto. Sé que es algo que esa persona quiere hacerme creer, que le asusta o deforma la realidad. Aquí no hay nada de eso. Son personas sanas que me hablan de algo que les ha ocurrido. Y se dan cuenta de que es una locura. Son conscientes de eso. Se hacen muchas preguntas, dudan de sí mismos. Y describen cosas reales, una luz, lo que han hecho con sus cuerpos. La calidad de la forma en que se expresan es la de una persona que habla de una experiencia que ha vivido de verdad.
It was silver and the ring around it was red.
Was red. Did light come from the whole thing, or
There are lights around here.
lights along the edge there? How many of the strange beings did you see?
I saw one over here. They had eyes like that, and they were kind of just like looking at us. They were like kind of astonished at what we were.
But they believed the aliens had an ominous message.
Fungi, what do you imagine is his reason for visiting Earth?
I think it's about something that's gonna happen.
Something's gonna happen.
It was making me all scared. My heart was now starting to pump faster, and it was making me all woozy now.
Oh, Wizzy?
Woozy. My heart kind of went faster and then slower and then faster and then slower, all at the same time.
What time of day did this event occur?
At break time.
Break time in the morning or lunch break?
Morning.
Morning break. And what were you doing at the time?
Well, I was playing in the playground, and then we saw something silver, and then we quickly ran to the logs, and we saw a silver thing, and we saw a man standing next to it. They were just like looking at all of us. They seemed to have stiff necks. They didn't seem to move their necks like we can.
How tall would you guess they were?
They're about my size.
About your size.
His eyes looked at me as if, I want to, and things like that.
I want to what?
I want you.
I want you.
Yeah. They weren't frightened of us. They actually came near. And they didn't try to attack.
They didn't act in an unfriendly way, you mean?
No. Then he was looking at me back. I couldn't just keep on looking at him, so I had to stop and I looked sideways, so he couldn't keep on making me feel faint. I think they want people to know that we're actually making harm on this world and we mustn't get too technologed.
Would you like to see him again?
Yes.
You would like to see him again. Do you think you might see him again?
I don't know.
And if you saw him again, what would you do?
I'll ask him some questions.
What would you like to ask him?
I'll ask him what is he doing on Earth and what does he want with us.
And if someone were to say, well, this is imagination, this is a dream, how is it different from imagination or dream as you experienced it?
Well, it's definitely reality. and anybody can think that it's not true or that we're making things up, but we know what we've seen and we believe it. I believe in it because I did see it.
Mr. McKay, what was your first impression when you heard the story?
My first...
1.5 years ago.
Yeah, it was 1.5 years ago. My first impression was that I thought the children were imagining what they saw.
Because there were no adults there.
There were no adults who saw it. It was only children at the school. And all the children in the playground, somewhere like 250 of them, and out of that, only sort of 60 claimed to have actually seen it as such. So that actually made me more skeptical initially. Since we have had all the reporters, we have had Professor Mack from Harvard University out here, I've changed my mind slightly. I believe the children did see something. Unfortunately, I personally didn't see it, so it's very difficult for me to give my own personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. It's more than 1.5 years ago, that the UFO landed here? Yeah. Who can tell me exactly what happened? Okay, go ahead.
We were playing down over there on the log.
Yeah?
And then we saw something shiny, so we all ran down over there.
And it was in the early morning?
It was at break time.
Yeah?
And then we saw something shiny. And we saw two people. They were in tight black suits. And they had big eyes. And we didn't actually see their nose. It was quite small. And their mouth was quite small as well. One of them was running in slow motion up across the ship. And the other one was standing beside the ship.
Yeah, you made the drawing, huh? It looked like this?
No, yeah, something like that. I couldn't see the eyes or the nose or the mouth. It was just blank, like a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when they came, I thought they were crazy.
That was the first thing you thought?
I thought they were crazy just coming to our school doing nothing. And all I saw was something like silver coming down, and I said, what must that be? And everybody's crowding it. I must go crowd too. And then I went and I started crowding, and everybody, then more people came and more. And then I said, hey, I can't see anymore. Come on, somebody, I'm sure. Come on. And then I went to the front, and I started seeing more of them, and then I just ran away.
The day before the spaceship came, my friends and I were sitting in the playground, and one of my friends said, oh, there's a UFO. She said, and I looked at it, and she said, no, just kidding, it's an airplane. And we looked up, and I thought to myself, that can't be an airplane, because it was very shiny. It looked kind of like a cigarette, you know? It was a long thing, and then on the end it was all shiny. And so I said, maybe it is a UFO. So we were all kind of like getting scared now. And then the day that it happened, then we started thinking, yeah, that must have been a UFO in the sky. Because my brother also saw it, but he's left the school now.
Mm-hmm.
It was sort of like a round shape, sort of like a plate, sort of like two plates that were sort of like on top of each other. Then there was sort of like the hole, the hatch for it, and there was sort of like in between two trees. You couldn't see that clearly, and it was just silver all over. And I didn't see any men or something like that.
You saw one UFO that's surrounded by little ones?
Yeah, one big one. One spaceship.
Yeah?
Little ones around.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see your drawing. One big one?
One big ship and then small ones surrounding it with there were lights.
Yeah.
Surrounding the ship.
Like Sean's, huh? This is Sean's drawing. Yeah. And okay, one landed, the big one landed, and the two aliens came out.
Yes.
And what happened with the little ones?
The little ones, they were just floating around in the air. They didn't touch the ground.
And these made the silver lights?
Yeah. They were like in different color lights. Like green, red, flash to green, then they'd go to blue, and then purple. Yeah, purple and red. But it was like it was going like each one to each one, but quickly. Yeah, like they'll go there and then it'll vanish and then it'll go there and vanish and then vanish. Oh, really? So going quickly. Like as if it was one ship moving. Yeah.
I can't drawing.
No. Come on.
Were they yellow?
No. I didn't have a silver crayon, so I did it yellow.
Yeah. So, but what happened? You came home and you told your parents?
Yeah. Some of them didn't believe us. My mom didn't believe me.
Your mom doesn't believe you?
My mom also didn't believe me.
Is that hard? Because if you see something and nobody believes you, what happens?
Well, yeah, you feel sad. You feel lost out. You start to think as if it wasn't true. Yeah. And people say to you, no, it wasn't true, so you think it wasn't true. And then you think that you're mad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, you get all upset. Yeah, and everyone starts teasing. And my friends over the road, when I go there and I tell them about it, they just say, oh, he believes in aliens, oh, he's stupid.
You've seen too many movies.
Yeah.
Was there nobody in your neighborhood who believed you?
My mom and dad. My granny and my granddad believed me, but my uncle didn't. Where the spaceship had landed, all the insects and ants and stuff like that were all dead, and there was a huge black mark there. And my mom said it might have just been a fire there, but I don't think there was. I think it was an alien ship.
Yeah. But you've gone to the place, of course, and have you seen anything?
No, we weren't allowed to.
An evidence, I mean, that it was there?
Some other people came to the school and they went out the boundary of the playground and they went to go and see what had happened there, and they saw that the grass was burnt and all the living things had died there in that area. Him and his parents and his brother and sister all believed me. And my mother just believed me, but my dad didn't believe anything I said. Anything.
And did you describe it to them? Exactly what happened?
Yeah, and I drew it on a paper and I said, Daddy, this is what it looked like. And then he saw it well and he said, Michael, I think you're telling the truth now. And then that's all he said of it, and that's all.
Who was scared? Not all of you, huh? Who was dreaming about it since then?
Yes,
in a bad way? Yeah, in a bad way? No, tell me first in a bad way. Why? You have nightmares about it?
Yes, I used to, but then after about a year I stopped dreaming about it.
Mm-hmm.
I dreamt that the same one I saw without hair, he came into my bedroom and he took me from my bed.
Did you dream that?
Yes.
Yeah?
And then I just screamed. I woke up and screamed.
What did your mom say?
Well, she just kept on saying it was a nightmare. She didn't really believe me. I wasn't scared a bit.
No, not at all.
Nothing. It was all fun to me. I heard this lady on TV. I think it was Jill Dark. And she said this lady got kidnapped and she had babies that were aliens.
That's what you're afraid of.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm always sleeping with my kittens because I'm always so scared.
And he's protecting you, of course.
Maybe if we don't do what they were trying to tell us, they'll probably come back and trying to tell us again. Yeah.
Why do you all think these aliens came especially here in Ruwa? Have you any idea?
Me?
Yeah.
I think they came to examine what it looked like. Because even though you can see it from probably where they are, but they want to come take a closer look how the grass grows, how the trees grow and stuff like that.
Yes.
I think the aliens came because they're curious like us, and well, they want to learn about us and we want to learn about them. Some people say that people are saying that the aliens came to warn us when something's going to happen, that something bad is going to happen to the earth.
Yeah?
I think they came here to try and warn us that the children, because we're young, we've got a long time till we die, to warn us that when we're older, there's something going to happen to the earth. Yeah, and not to pollute. Because we're young, we can still prevent it. Yeah.
Do you still have all that feeling? That as a child you can do a lot?
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah? Do you feel, as a child, do you feel privileged? Or do you think, next time if the UFO is coming, please go to another school?
No, I don't feel privileged.
You feel privileged that you thought?
I'd love them to come back and you could see them again. But only just come closer.
What do you want to say?
The other thing I want to know, when are we going to be on TV? Alright.
We sent you the cassette.
I believe that the aerial sighting, although we do not fully understand what happened, there was something definite that did occur there that was out of the ordinary. It was not a regular day at school.
Yeah, I think if there was one experience I'd like to relive, it would be that particular experience.
It really does stick with me that something happened, something was out there, and the kids saw it.
He has never stopped talking about it. He has never stopped talking about it. And he has believed all the time that it did happen.
I think something definitely happened, yeah, for sure.
But it was just that picture that it'll never go out of my mind, was the face and just the craft, you know, they'll always be there.
We met up on many occasions after that and hugged and shook our heads and said that was the most amazing experience of our lives, wasn't it?
It was literally fear of the unknown, pun intended. You know, that's the best way I can describe it, but I'll never forget it.
Strange, it was exciting, it was, you know, you don't see stuff like that every day, you know. That was like a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Strange, I guess, like I said, you know what, I mean, I don't want to believe in the whole aliens and stuff, but it always leaves me questioning, thinking, that was very strange, so it is possible. And I mean, in a way, I guess there are times when I try to disassociate myself with like the experience and like what happened in 94, like trying to disassociate myself with what happened there when I was in junior school, but I realized I'll be lying to myself.
No one is willing to say that because we know that we didn't just make things up. Something definitely was happening. Whether it was UFOs or whether it was, who knows what else. You know, we can't say for sure one way or the other, but definitely there was something that happened there that day. And it got the whole school riled up.
I don't believe for a minute you could get that many kids to agree to do something like that. I really don't. I know children well enough. I just don't think that would happen. So I'm absolutely sure that something did happen there.
I haven't really talked to anyone about it. I usually kept it quiet, you know, because most people probably think I'm, you know, a bit nuts. But, you know, I think it's good to speak about it.